Let me clarify some few things on our program of today to say this day is not the day of speeches, except one speech by the district mayor. Therefore, the third item there, we are not going to have it. And the fourth item there, that is written, the local house tradition chairperson. That was the item that we are going to start with. If the traditional chairperson of the chairperson of the House of Tradition, Inkosi Biela, was already here. But now, because he has not yet arrived, and when he comes again after the mayor has spoken, I don't see us also granting him another chance to speak after the speech of the day, which is the State of the District address. I wanted just to clarify these 2 points. Before I extend my greetings to all in attendance, I may not mention you name by names, but I wish to acknowledge in a form of greeting the presence of the Honorable Mayor, His Worship Councillor B.L. Phungula. While I'm greeting him, also extend my greetings to the Honorable Deputy Mayor of the District, Councillor Jabu Vilagazi, present. Also acknowledge in a form of greeting our Honorable Mayor, the Mayor of the District, Honorable Councillor Mduduzi Mhlongo. We acknowledge your presence. Also acknowledge the presence of the ESCO member, Councillor Cllr. We acknowledge you and we also greet you. Also acknowledge the presence of the municipal manager, Mrs. Ndlovu. We acknowledge your presence and also greet you. The presence of the municipal manager of Mfolozi, Magadlela, we acknowledge you and we greet you in this afternoon. Also acknowledge the corporates, all corporates present under the leadership of the president of the Zululand Chamber of Commerce, Ubaba Tamis Tole. We acknowledge you all. We see you that you are part of this speech as the stakeholder of the district municipality. I cannot mention you name by name as the corporates, but we acknowledge you all. I must just cite the presence of the IEC in this gathering. Also acknowledge the management of the Cetshwayo. I have seen the DMM Finance, Mamchar already. Also seen the acting DMM Corporate, Sisu Zodwa. I told you today to Sisu Zodwa. Also acknowledge the presence of the DMM Technical, Ubabu Kolani, Mthembu, and all other staff members present in different units and different departments. Your presence is highly appreciated. Ngobukona benu. As I have said that we have got only one main speech today that we all hungry for, that we all eager to listen and understand, so that it's going to pave our way forward. Assist me in welcoming the Honorable Mayor, His Worship Councillor B.L. Phungula, as we rise to accompany him as he ascends the stage with a big clap of hands till he reaches the podium.
Thank you. Program Director, the Honorable Speaker of Cllr District Municipality, Your Worships, the Mayors present, Honorable Deputy Mayors, Honorable Speakers, Honorable Councillors, the members of the Local House of Traditional Leaders, religious leaders, captains of industry, senior officials of various government departments, the municipal managers led by the district MM, Mrs. M. Ndlovu, members of the media, distinguished guests, receive my greetings this evening. It is with great pleasure that I present to you the State of the District address, although it is in such a smaller audience, because as we understand that there are those that are joining us visually because of the regulations under which we live now, and we also wish to actually extend our greetings to them as well. But in the interest of safety, we adhere to the level 3 lockdown regulations. The cost to lives and livelihoods brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic has been exponential and devastating in its impact and effect. But my resounding message to the people of this district is to not lose hope. Mahatma Gandhi once said, and I quote, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." We must be involved in the service of others, especially in these challenging moments. We're in control and we shall overcome these challenges. Because even in the midst of the chaos and uncertainty, we are still at the top of our game in the Cllr district. We continue to move forward with energy, drive, and effort. Our people deserve nothing less than that. We'll continue with service delivery and economic emancipation programs that we are engaged in as the district. The year 2021 marks the 150th anniversary of the birth of the liberation struggle heroine and human rights campaigner, Mama Charlotte Maxeke. Charlotte Manya Maxeke was born on the 17th of April, 1871, and departed on the 16th of October, 1939. She was a woman of many fists and broke through incredible barriers at a time where women were expected to know their place. She was the first black woman in South Africa to obtain a Bachelor of Science degree in 1901 from the Wilberforce University in Ohio in the United States. She was the only woman in the room in 1912 when the South African Native National Congress, known as the African National Congress today, was founded in Bloemfontein. The year 2021 marks 45 years since the June 1976 student uprisings. This month should be used to kindly the memories of those who sacrificed their lives, as well as to carry on with their legacy and principle of selflessness, determination, and the devotion that are necessary for the success and growth of any society or nation. Youth Month is also commemorated in the memory of Mama Charlotte Maxeke. Just like her determination to be educated, so too the government of the day has made education an apex priority. The only way to honor the sacrifices made by the generation of 1976 and that of Mama Charlotte Manya Maxeke is to make sure that we become an educated nation. We make education fashionable. While the youth of 1976 fought for the freedom and the creation of a democratic state, today's youth is faced with new challenges that are various in nature. The issue of COVID-19 continues to be a threat both in our lives and in our livelihoods. We have to confront poverty in our society, high rates of unemployment, the gender-based violence and other societal challenges, mental health illnesses. There's a high rate of suicide since the COVID-19 pandemic and the high unemployment rate that is taking place because of the economic challenges. The escalating rates and levels of substance abuse, high levels of HIV/AIDS infections, illnesses, and death, limited access to quality education, homophobia, and the violence against the LGBTIQ plus community, struggling for the economic freedom, amongst others. Young people have a responsibility to overcome these challenges. What our youth must know is that, as I quote, all flowers of all the tomorrow are in the seed of today, unquote. Gender-based violence is something we are vehemently opposed to, and now we are faced with the abuse and the killing of LGBTIQ plus community members. The late Mama Winnie Mandela, a strong advocate of women's rights, once said, and I quote, "The overwhelming majority of women accept patriarchy unquestioningly and even protect it, working out the resultant frustration not against men but against themselves. So men dominate women through the agents of women themselves," unquote. In working to end violence against women and children, we need to ensure that men are centrally involved. Men need to organize themselves in a sustained campaign against gender-based violence. We want to call upon the youth of this country to defend our hard-won democracy by fighting social injustice. In order to reclaim the rights and future of the youth of this country, the following must be achieved. Ensuring that the set aside for youth are implemented smoothly. Encourage investments from the private sector to assist youth in business and entrepreneurship. Encourage all the departments to play a meaningful role in youth development. We are looking at means of assisting young people with driver's licenses applications, since the lack of driver's license is an obstacle to many job opportunities. We would also like to partner with government departments, businesses, and NGOs, facilitate funding to assist youth in business. Coronavirus pandemic continues to be a challenge that faces us as the people of this district. The district is taking steps to restore, revitalize, and renew the local economy amidst the devastating crisis exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. We are all aware that the unemployment rate has grown and that the government is at the stage where it has started inoculation of persons over the 60 years of age. These are all measures that are put in place by the national government, which will have a positive effect in the opening of our economic activities. The District Command Council is actively involved in the fight against the pandemic, and we meet regularly to analyze reports from various partners on the Command Council, all with the aim of creating an enabling environment for COVID-19 response plans to be effective and well coordinated. We have a responsibility as the District Coronavirus Command Council to ensure resourceful, informed, and collaborative effort to contain the growth of the virus in the district and prevent a resurgence in infections. I am grateful yet cautious that the latest figures indicate that we as a district are below the red line that will take us into the third wave. Let us keep it that way through a responsible and a well-informed approach of prevention, vaccination, and control measures. Continue to wear masks, sanitize, regularly maintain social distancing. It is in our hands, and we are not to let down our society. The President of the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Cyril Ramaphosa, has argued that, as I quote, "We aim to restore our focus on building an economy in which all South Africans can flourish, an economy which benefits the people as a whole rather than as a privileged few. We are a big economy, and we must therefore show that we can manage it. But not only manage it, but that can transform it so that it is the economy that works for all the people, so that everyone feels that they have a stake in the economy of their country," unquote. On the economic front, the district is collaborating with the private sector, NGOs, CBOs, provincial and national government, has drafted a district economic recovery plan to help revive the economy. The plan proposes support to struggling businesses and in order to create sustainable growth and job creation. and expansion in new projects is supported. Currently, negotiations with relevant stakeholders are underway on the Zolti South Mining Development Project. The district leadership supports the development and views it as a strategic investment opportunity that will yield desired jobs and business opportunities. I call upon all stakeholders to collaborate and work together to ensure that all bottlenecks and matters of differences are put to a book to enable our region to receive this investment. Other strategic economic and infrastructure projects are proposed for the implementation in the recovery plan. On these ones, we will work hand in glove with the provincial, national government, and private sector. We urge private partners to identify or select projects in plan and collaborate with us in implementing so that we uplift the lives of our people in both urban and rural areas. I call upon all stakeholders to partner with us in developing our SMMEs. It is through providing sustainable business opportunities that our local businesses will grow and become competitive players in the market. I also urge SMMEs to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented by the national and provincial government to provide temporary relief in the form of grants to businesses that are severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Our district and local LED units in the municipalities are available to assist with the information and coordination of the available opportunities. The district is committed to grow our local economy. We are open to investment and creating sustainable economic opportunities. The district is establishing a district development agency, an engine that will drive the economic development of our region in all 5 local municipalities. We call upon all stakeholders to partner with us to ensure that this venture becomes a success. The appointment of the board of directors for the District Development Agency will resume shortly, and we expect a lot of activity in the upcoming year. I am aware that the current unrest in one of our big companies has resulted in the loss of lives. The situation paints our region in a bad light and brings with it social and economic instability. I would like to reiterate that as leadership, we support the intervention that is underway through a process of negotiation. As South Africans, we have proven to the world that we are able to solve our differences through peaceful engagements. It is my belief that the processes that are put in place through the negotiation team will provide an amicable solution to our challenges, and a platform that is in future, we will not lose lives and investment opportunities on matters that we can deliberate on. We have opportunities that are coming up to improve existing infrastructure, facilities, and services in the Richards Bay Harbour. Transnet has a grand plan to add value to the services on offer in the harbour. We welcome the master plan that is currently circulating for comments, and we believe that it is a response to some of the services that the business fraternity require to enhance its performance. The Port of Richards Bay is a strategic industrial port responsible for exporting commodities such as coal, chrome, and magnetite. It has been identified as one of the 3 ports to support Transnet natural gas strategy. Transnet plans to relocate its liquid bulk operation from the Port of Durban to the Port of Richards Bay, which is already well equipped and located to take advantage of the migrated volumes. For coal exports, the Port of Richards Bay remains primary coal export channel in South Africa, and we are proud to be home to this giant deep water harbour. Honourable Speaker, we are a stable institution with a keen interest in maintaining good relations with business forums who endeavour to find their path in the service delivery mechanisms of government. I urge the business forums to engage with us with a view to finding solutions. We have a role to uplift people within the framework of the law. I encourage organized and formal approaches to talk instead of using intimidation and violence to achieve your means. It's important that business forums must be properly structured so that government knows who we are dealing with from time to time. I cannot talk about business without mentioning those who seek opportunities within the business and labor sector. I am confident that our engagements and regular meetings with labor unions are bearing fruit, and we have an open door policy on matters relating to jobs and recruitment matters. This includes unions that operate within the district municipality. Honorable Speaker, we have embarked on a heritage assessment site tour in May. This assessment was a step towards improving heritage sites within the district and ensuring routes, the R66 heritage route, and many other tourism havens available for travelers. We also look forward to the end of the pandemic, when tourists will once again visit our shores, stay in our top-class accommodation establishments, and even take advantage of our many tourist-friendly events like the Transnet Port Festival, sporting events, and many more fascinating activities that we offer as this district. This year, our government has embarked on an exciting and fundamental shift in the operation of the three spheres of government. The district development model has changed the face of government, whereby we are moving towards one plan that encompasses all government services to its citizens. The model is a practical intergovernmental relations mechanisms for all three spheres of government to work jointly and plan and act in unison. The district development model was launched in the Cllr district this past year. The one plan, one budget model requires the re-engineering of current IGR structures in alignment with national spheres of government. Honorable Speaker, honorable mayors, since the declaration of the state of disaster by the Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs on the 22nd of March 2020, Cetshwayo District Municipality has been working around the clock to ensure continuous and consistent supply of services to our municipal areas. The supply of safe potable water has been prioritized, and our infrastructure services budget has been placed under severe strain to meet the additional needs of the community during the lockdown. We have pushed the lion's share of the municipal budget towards the fast-tracking of water and sanitation projects. These projects are being implemented in the far reaches of the district, with the ultimate aim of providing water to each and every citizen. We also purchased 40 of our own water tanker trucks to save on the cost of outsourcing the function. The savings will be redirected to infrastructure development and the operation of our existing infrastructure. Another major undertaking is the multi-million rand water conservation strategy, as we push forward in our quest to improve our water loss ratios. The project will require community participation to save water and detect leaks, all in our efforts to save water. Linked to this is the non-revenue water implementation project, where smart meters are being installed to improve revenue and assist with leak detection. In terms of the sanitation, we have achieved over 90% sanitation provision within the district and are currently busy with infills in most local municipalities. Cetshwayo is proud to have launched its integrated customer call center, which will be a central tool-free communication system to report disasters, water issues, and ensure an efficiently monitored customer care center. The City Call Customer Care Center combines the reporting lines for the water, solid waste, revenue, and disaster to create one central customer center for the district. The WSSA contracts for operations and maintenance came to an end on the 30th of June 2020. A new agreement was entered into with Umgeni Water to take over the function that was performed at WSSA with the exception of wastewater treatment. Umgeni Water has taken over most of the plants as of the 1st of November 2020 to provide water services, water supply and sanitation services. This means Nkandla, Mthonjaneni, Mfolozi and Mlalazi locals will be accommodated with the exception of Umhlatuze as it remains the service authority. Our aim is to invest in the infrastructure while we try to implement the water tanker reduction strategy. Currently, we have some challenges which include a shortage of network operators. This has led to challenges where schemes are not operated daily like they should, and there are limited employees to alternate water distribution and to start and switch off pumps. Pipe bursts are no longer reported on time for swift repairs, and most importantly, there are intimidation of KCDM team I once again remind you that we are always open for discussion and engage with all the stakeholders on matters that are affecting us as a district. On the matters that I've already alluded to, we have proposed solutions which include one of the following: to get more funds from sector departments to increase the number of network operators to at least 300. This will urgently restore order and operations of the network, and this will reduce sabotage. Improve turnaround time to repair any breakdown, since we will have eyes and ears on site daily. KCDM to further beef up its internal maintenance team, because we're in the process now of hiring more plumbers, foremen, electricians, because whilst we want to improve service delivery, we also want to play our role in job creation as a critical government entity. KCDM further beef up its internal maintenance team, as I have already mentioned. Umgeni Water to fast-track the construction of bulk infrastructure as part of their contract or agreement. Continuous engagement with traditional leaders to prevent vandalism. As in today, we had a long meeting with traditional leaders engaging on matters that we think are going to be very critical in terms of moving forward at this district and maintaining order and stability in our district. There are currently many water and waterways projects valued at hundreds of millions of rands underway in the district. I wish to highlight just two key infrastructure projects on our IDP which are close to completion on phase 1. The first is Wahlokohloko SSA 1, which will help to unlock the water shortages from Greater Mthonjaneni bulk scheme and improve the water supply to Eshowe and surrounding areas, such as King Dinuzulu Township, and that is like Ward 12, Ward 14, Ward 17 of Umlalas. The project is estimated at 120 million, and we are already out to tender for phase 2 of the project. Another milestone is the anticipated completion of the Tubaleti Melmot sewer upgrade at a cost of 20 million rands. With this project as well, we are looking at the tender for phase 2. This project will greatly assist to eradicate the sewer spillages affecting the Tubaleti township. Cllr district is a stable institution that is widely respected for good governance, a stable credit rating, and prudent financial management. The Cllr Municipal Council has approved a write-off debt for qualifying customers who are believed to be extremely impacted by the devastation of the COVID-19 pandemic and the subsequent lockdowns. The write-offs were determined through an in-depth financial assessment vetting process where vulnerable consumers with outstanding debts were identified and considered for write-offs. It was a means to assist qualifying debtors due to humanitarian considerations. This is made possible by budgeting for debt impairments on an annual basis, thus enabling the district to provide relief for struggling residents. The debt relief has further been extended to rest interest and penalty fees that were raised for domestic and business consumers during the peak of the COVID pandemic. It is important to protect municipal income, for without it, the district will not be able to provide basic and essential services. One way of protecting income and making the district more sustainable is to provide incentives such as partial write-offs and indigent support programs. It is hoped that these incentives and debt write-offs will create a stronger culture of payment, while at the same time helping our residents who have old debts. This will make the district more resilient and sustainable going forward. This cannot be achieved without our loyal residents and without the support of those who are able to pay and continue to do so. We are very grateful to all of you who are continuing to pay for their services. The district will continue to operate in a manner that is sustainable, that does not jeopardize service delivery, and ensure that those who qualify for support are provided with relief. Honorable Speaker, while maintaining a strong relationship with customers is critical, we also value our relationship with other key stakeholders. We hold a regular engagement with corporate sector, other state enterprises, IGL structures, and local municipalities. A regular reporting and consultation structure is in place with the local House of Traditional Leaders, as we regard the Amakhosi as a key stakeholder to our that are assisting us in actually working in our communities. We regularly engage with the provincial government departments to maintain open lines of communication when it comes to service delivery. The issue of roads and electricity are not our functions as a district, but they are very important to our communities, and it is our obligation to engage the Department of Transport, ESCOM, and other provincial partners to bring them the challenges raised by the people in our district. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Mayors, Operation Sukuma Sake is a ward-based initiative targeting disease management in the wards with special emphasis on HIV, TB, and poverty. It is about communities working together to rebuild the fabric of the society in partnership with multiple stakeholders through a multi-sectoral integrated service delivery model. The desired outcome of the integrated service delivery model is the implementation of a comprehensive, efficient, effective, and a high-quality service delivery system that contributes to a self-reliant community in a sustainable manner. Cllr District Municipality took a resolution to amend the performance scorecards of deputy municipal managers, senior managers, and managers to include OSS indicators, and they will each be allocated a war room to mentor. Mentoring means that the war room works under the guidance of a more experienced colleague who can pass on knowledge and skills. War room mentors provide mentorship support to ward task teams to transfer skills and knowledge, thereby ensuring that war rooms become fully functional. The managers will be required to start working in their war rooms from July 2021, next month. COGTA is also facilitating the alignment of OSS with the DDM model, and a meeting in this regard was to be held at Sedara today, which is the 18th of July, 2021. The President of the Republic has announced the date for the local government elections. The date is the 27th of October, 2021. While the country continues to battle the COVID-19 pandemic, we are still positive that elections will not be postponed. The registration of voters will take place on the 17th and the 18th of July, 2021. It is important to note that these are the only 2 days declared for voter registration. There will be no second round. We therefore urge our youth who will be first-time voters to go and register and utilize their right to vote for their local government leadership. I also request those who have moved to different municipalities and wards to update their status. The difference in wards from 2016 to 2021 is as follows. Umfolozi currently has 17 wards. We are looking forward to having 18 wards. Umhlatuze will remain the same, 34 wards. Umlalazi currently has 27 wards. We are looking to having 28 wards. Umtonjaneni will remain with 13 and Nkandla will remain with 14. Let us all mobilize for the successful and peaceful elections. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, let us all work hard to improve the economy of the country, province and the district. Together we must fight the COVID-19 pandemic. We must endeavor to work in a coordinated manner as the district development model calls us to do. It is the mission imposed on us by prevailing material conditions. The future of our children depends on what we do today. Finally, let me quote the first president of the liberated South Africa, President Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, as I quote, "Everyone can rise above their circumstances and achieve success if they are dedicated to and passionate about what they do," unquote. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
A round of applause that you have given speaks for itself. Buka nje nize niyaliphinde impela. It speaks for itself ukuthi indeed we are grateful for the address that has been presented by the Honorable Mayor, clarifying all corners what will be happening in all corners of the district. Therefore, indeed, it did deserve a round of applause as you have done. If I was the former Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, Baba Willis Mchunu, bengizothi ake niphinde nilishaye futhi lelo hlombe. Manje ke hey usaretire umuntu omdala bakwethu. Siyabonga kakhulu for the address as presented on behalf of all councillors and the administration of Cetshwayo. And I forgot to greet those that are joining us online. I was not briefed that there are also people that are joining online. If bengibabona bengizobasho ngamagama laba aba online, mainly I think are the councillors. Ngoba we've got 41 councillors emkhandlwini. Besingeke sikwazi ukuthi sibe khona sonke ngenxa yemithetho emisha ka level 3 esireviewiwe. Therefore, we appreciate and we acknowledge them as they are following this gathering through the technology. Siyabonga ispeech futhi ngifisa ukuthi khona nje ingxenye management esiyikhohlwa lapha eCetshwayo njalo yonxolela Charles Charles uphumile. Hey, I forget ukuthi sino CEO. I usually forget is a new position. Out of all positions we have at Cetshwayo in the management is the CEO. Ngizobiza ke ngalendlela because we are done with today's program. Kodwa ke anginamazwi okubonga umuntu ongasibongela kahle uDeputy Mayor Councillor uJabu Vilakazi. Because we omitted the devotion after we had taken the national anthem for devotion. I suggest that we get the devotion at the end of this session. I'll request Mfundisi uMfekayi ukhona kodwa Ibuzoza la phambili mangabe we request for the roving mic for prayer. You assist us after Deputy Mayor is done with the vote of thanks. Then umfika yobe sesenzela amazwi, umthandazo okuvala. Esibusisele nokudla makukhona. Deputy Mayor, it's your opportunity to make the vote of thanks. Then, thank you very much. You have been the good audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. Greeting to everyone who is here. Greeting to the Zululand Chamber of Commerce, Tammy Stole, rep from Transnet, IEC rep, KCDM, management, Umfolozi MM, and our MM, Mandau. All staff members, 1KZN, political leadership that is here, we are leading by Umhlathuze, Mayor Mtutuzi Mhlongo, who is also the chairperson of the certain Zion Church that were black, green, and gold. He is also the chairperson there. Our mayor, Phungula, our speaker, Bungan, our ESCOM member, Cllr, who is also here. KCDM, thanks everyone for coming here today. Siyabonga kakhulu, siyacela futhi masenihamba nihambe kahle, bese ke singakhohlwa imithetho eye-COVID le ekhona ukuthi silandele. We as KCDM, we thank you. Thanks.
Ngiyacela sivala amehlo sikhuleke. Baba egameni lika Jesu Kristu waseNazaretha, uNkulunkulu wethu ongcwele, sibongile baba wonke umsebenzi uNkulunkulu wethu ongcwele usuthe wenzeka kule ndawo. uNkulunkulu wethu ongcwele, busisa bonke abaholi, busisa bonke abazalwana abakhona kule ndawo egameni lika Jesu Kristu waseNazaretha. Ubahlenge ke Nkosi uJesu besazi uphuma bephikelele emakhaya, ube nabo endleleni bavikele, ubagcine baba uNkulunkulu wethu ongcwele bephilile egameni lika Jesu Kristu.